Hello, welcome to the Tuesday quiz for 4th grade this week. We want to estimate the product. So the goal of this is to estimate a product so we can check our answer after we've done some work and see if, as a quick check in our brains, does that answer make sense? Or what if we're in a scenario where we don't have calculators, but it would help to have an idea to ballpark what the result is going to be. So 30 times 56, what we could do is, what if we were to round this to the tens? So 31 would round to 30, and 56 would round up to 60. So 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, and then don't forget the 0. So here was a 0. Here was a 0. So we're looking for 1800. So it's not exactly, but about 1800. Okay, what about this one? Let's estimate the product. Can we use, you can think of rounding or using compatible numbers. Okay, so in this case we could put this to 20, and this we could round down to 30, or if the math was easy enough, I bet we could even, 34 is a little bit closer to 35 than 30, and that might be a more compatible number than we're looking at. So 20 times 35, that should be real close, and it's a little bit easier to work with, right? What happens if we double 35? That's 70. Okay, and remember this 0 here. So one way you could think about it is rounding up to the 35 and get 700. The other way to do it, notice I didn't have that answer here. The other way to do it was to think of a compatible number if you did round this down to the tens. So if we did do 20 from the 18 and 34, if we turn that into 30, then that would be an even easier number to work with. 2 times 3 is 6. Remember, we have a 0 here that was involved in the multiplication and a 0 here that was involved in the multiplication. And we get 600, okay? So this was two different ways. We got two different answers. And again, we're using different strategies to estimate results rather than getting exact results. So you have to ask yourself, is the situation, is it okay to be estimating? I think it's all right if it was a number we just needed an idea of how far we were driving, for instance, how many hours that would be driving. We don't have to know the exact answer, but it would be nice to say, okay, we're going to be driving for 600 minutes or 700 minutes. These are different estimation tools. So let's try question 3. Estimate the product, use rounding or compatible numbers. So if we were to round this, I would think about making this into a 50 and making this into a 60, right? If we rounded down to 50 and rounded this up to 60. What's 5 times 6? 30. Then we just have to remember to keep our zeros straight. Okay, so we have this 0 that was involved in the multiplication, and this 0 also. So that actually gives us 3,000 we're looking for. Okay, how about this one? Estimating the product. So what if we were to round this down to 90 and this up to 30? So 9 times 3 is 2,700, right? Because of the 2 zeros. Okay, so 2,700 is an estimate for this multiplication problem. Thank you and have a great day.